So, welcome to the Stump Show. This is Doosra. It's me, Sandu, with the Bharat Army. Here we have Tanmay. We've not had him on for a while. DD's here, Trooper Dave. What's up, man? And of course, Kunal and Sanika as well. I've got mixed emotions running through me. I kind of want to feel happy, but I don't know if I'm getting ahead of myself. But before we get onto this afternoon stroke evening's activities, let me rewind back because there's a lot of talk today ahead of the test beginning at the Oval. How beautiful did the Oval look today? That is lovely in the sunshine. It's just packed, and the crowds and all the blue shirts as well. It's just gorgeous to see all the Bharat Army fans and all the India fans in general all out to support Team India. Ajay's already in with the first comment. So I'm buzzing. Oh, but you're not the first comment. Sit back down. Right, done, mate. Let's take it back to the toss. Back to the toss. What happened? What did you see? What did you notice? Who picked the right strategy? What would you have done? What are your thoughts?
First of all, Virat again lost the toss. Not a new thing now.
No.
So, I was disappointed with one of the selections, and I think many of you will guess it right. That's probably Ashwin not coming in. Many people have now said that probably Ashwin was dropped because now you can see the performances of Shardul Thakur. Now you can see Umesh Yadav. But one thing I would like to say, Virat mentioned at the toss that it will be spinning for Jadeja in the fourth innings because of the footmarks set by all the pacers bowling over the wicket. So if Jadeja spins from those footmarks, Ashwin doesn't need them, I would say. He picked wickets in the World Test Championship. He picked wickets in the deadliest of the pitches where the ball wasn't even spinning. So there's no point dropping him over anyone, I would say. Maybe you consider it Shardul after his batting or Umesh Yadav after that Ruth's wicket. But probably I would not have dropped him, at least at this venue. And drop Ashwin at one or two test matches, but not at this venue.
Okay. Was that a big mistake, DD? Dropping Ashwin or not giving Ashwin his go?
Ever since the toss, this has become a national debate back here in India. Yeah. Everyone is just talking about why Ashwin was dropped and why he was not picked up in the playing 11, considering all the factors which Tanmay just mentioned, that it's a spin-friendly track. He has performed well for Surrey here. He just took 5 wickets when he was playing county. And Hanuma Vihari and Ashwin, both these players, BCCI has given them permission to go and play county. And a player like Ashwin, who cancelled his leave and he preferred playing county to prepare for the England tour. And after all that hard work and also performing, he's not still in the squad. In the playing 11. So, it is harsh, of course. But again, I would not like to criticize that a lot going into Test match, because see, what's done is done right now. You didn't play Ashwin. Virat had his own annotations about it. That's done. But what we have, let's focus on that. We can all have all our. Everyone is agitated at why Ashwin is not playing and all those stuff. But again, let's overcome that. Let's talk about why the player who has been played in place of Ashwin is performing well. Shardul Thakur, the Lord, the way he batted today. The first ball which he faced, it showed the way even he was defending. He was defending with confidence, and he showed that he is here to bat. So it worked in the end in terms of batting. So
So all in all, it was a good shout. I think so. I think everyone could see that all of a sudden, those batsmen where we normally have that sinking feeling of, when Rahane and that are up there, you're like, Pujara, you're like, which way is this going to go as they're walking out? There was a different energy. There was a different energy, Kunal and Sanika.
Yeah, but I feel Indian batsmen really didn't perform that well. I think Shardul has Shardul and the wickets for Bumrah, and I think who picked the third wicket? Umesh Yadav, yeah, right. Wow.
Yeah.
Basically, the second, considering those 3 wickets and Shardul's 50, that actually is overshadowing the really poor performance by a batsman once again. I think we would have been bundled out. Nitish was mentioning over here, England dropped 4 catches, else would have been bundled out 150 itself. So I feel again that concern is not being solved. Even if we win this test match from now, whatever happens, I think that is still something that we have to tackle. Yeah, Drupal, you want to say something?
Yeah, also talking about the toss, people were talking that it's a flat track, it's a batter's paradise. Even in the previous test match, we were talking that the oval is going to be. But what I liked about England, what they did is that they didn't make a mistake which Australia did when India were touring Australia, and what India did after winning at Lords. See, they know that our batting is not clicking. They know that our middle order is non-existent. Whatever the people back in India are trolling their team, they are putting on harsh comments and dropping a few senior players. They know that the Indians have their backs against their wall. On a pitch like this, okay, there was bowling friendly conditions, but it was still a good pitch to bat on. What England did, they didn't want them to bat first. They were like, okay, your batting is not clicking, you come and bat. Right.
Yeah,
So that
yeah.
is where which their plan worked, because they knew that our
Agreed.
backs are against the wall. We are not performing well. Our batters are not in form. Even on a batting pitch, they didn't prefer to bat first, and they're like, "Hey, we know that you are not going to perform. You are not performing, and you have to still come and bat first." So that is where,
Yeah.
and it worked for them as well. Again, our top order failed. Okay,
Yeah.
Shardul Thakur, he bailed us out this time because what looked like a 120, 130 total.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that 120, 130 would have been any different from 78 all out eventually,
No, you're right.
if you see the
Yeah.
context of the game. So, yep, Shardul Thakur batted well. Big, massive respect to him, the way he took the innings ahead, and the way I mean, also, the another reason why he batted this way could be the position which we were sent in. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know if you saw, but after every boundary, if the camera would focus on his face, he had this grin on his face, like,
Yeah.
oh, that scene from Lagan, that this guy was like hitting a six and he was like shouting, ah, out,
Yeah.
tumhari, out, tumhari. So it was that kind of performance from Thakur, and it worked.
Yeah, it did work. And like I say, it's a risky and brave strategy from the England side to let us bat first. But then what went on as the batting continued? Firstly, what did you think of our openers? Dunmay, let's start with you. When KL and Sharma come out, there were some lovely shots played.
Yeah, probably till 7-8 overs, they both batted really well, and especially given the conditions, fully overcast conditions, as we saw in Bharat Army's video too, and then the clouds all, and again James Anderson with those out swingers going from fifth, sixth stump. It was really a contest, and Rohit and KL did very well. But again, that problem with Indian batsmen till Kohli, I would say that they get settled, they play 30, 40, 50 balls, and then they nick one off. And probably we have seen 3-4 drop catches as well. Dhrupan mentioned 120, 130, which are after Shardul contributing 180. Probably if they wouldn't have dropped that Virat Kohli's catch, it would have been 130, 140 with Shardul contributing 50 runs. So yeah, that's a very good sign for us that England is
Yeah.
dropping catches now. I didn't see that many catches being dropped in the first 3 matches.
Yeah.
Then going on further, again, that Chiteshwar Pujara, again, that Sunny Paji mentioned a very good thing. I liked it a lot, that you are flirting with girls. Like, so you flirt with the fifth, sixth stump balls, you nick one. So you should flirt safely.
Yeah.
That's all. I liked it a lot. Yeah,
It's
Kohli was very safe in the first phase of his innings. Then he was playing pretty well against James Anderson. He wasn't even cover driving him or something. He cover drived and mid on. He played shots on mid on every other bowler. But he was really playing safe against James Anderson. But again, that delivery, extra little bounce took him off his wicket. And then we saw Shardul's magic at the end, and it was pretty happy ending with Joe Root's wicket, I would say.
well, yeah, we're going to come on to that. Actually, talking about the wickets in general, Jasdeep makes a good point. Jasdeep Singh, thank you very much. And by the way, thank you to everybody for your comments. Love your comments. Love it when you come and be a part of the show. Just get them in, whether you're on YouTube, on Facebook, or on Instagram. Get your comments on the screen. Jasdeep says 13 wickets went on day one. That's everyone saying it's a good pitch to bat on, but is it really the case? England's also lost 3 wickets already, one of which is Joe Root. What's going on that pitch, Kunal and Sanika?
It's really surprising. I mean, even we were a little bit worried. I mean, discussing about the toss and we should bat and everything, considering it's a flat pitch. But then suddenly we're seeing 10 wickets fall down, and then even England lose 3 wickets. But I think most of the wickets were fault of the batsmen and not a skill of. I mean, obviously bowlers have the skill. That's why they're tricking them. But then still, a lot had to do with 60% or 70% of the mistake being by the batsmen. So that's where. So I wouldn't really call it still a bowler's pitch as such. But then, yeah, it is surely helping the bowlers too. Similarly, I remember the first innings. I mean, there was Sanika was mentioning, it's like Avengers Endgame. Like everyone is destroyed, and Shardul, he just wears the Infinity Gauntlet, and he goes, "I'm Lord," and then he just He crossed the line. He completely saves the day. So I feel that was really good. And in terms of bowling as well, I mean, when the team sheets were out, I just saw a tweet mentioning, I mean, we just finished a live, and I saw a tweet mentioning Yadav is in. I was like, wow, Surya Kumar Yadav. But then I was like, Umesh Yadav. But at the end of the day, he picked Joe Root's wicket. I think that's
And that was a bowl.
Yeah, and that was a bowl. So I think that also was a great.
And I was watching on Sony Live, and suddenly Sony Live got like it was hand.
Yeah,
Okay, so
it keeps freezing in between.
And I was like, Joe Root, please wicket.
Yeah.
Please wicket. मुझे देखना था वो live wicket. And when I refreshed it, he was out.
Yay!
I wanted to watch it live.
Oh, so sorry. When it happened, I was so it meant more than kind of. I think I screamed louder when Root went than I've screamed when we won our first of the Test matches in this series. I was like, yeah, because I know just what that symbolizes. You know, like in Jenga, when you just take out that one, you're like, watch, now the whole thing is wobbling. You know, you're like, right, I've taken out a key brick there.
Yeah.
Let me just mention somebody called Nitish and Varnata. They're messaging lots. Hi Varnata and hi Nitish.
Do we know them?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, we get so many comments. I don't know who they are, but
fans. I mean.
And Varnata, who says that she's all about the positivity, said, "Hey guys, let's not forget, Root has gone." But this is big. Like you say, it's taken 4 Test matches to get there, but we finally took him out, Tanmay.
Yeah, probably do. On the Varnata point, I would say we never know Varnata whenever Virat scored a 50. So she's always like on every other group. Now what? Virat has come back, and that every time proved to be a jinx, I would say. Just he scored the 50. Every other Indian page, every other fan page uploads a post about it, and then Virat Kohli gets out.
Yeah.
So criticizing him, I would say it's like a panoti for us. Every other page posting about Virat Kohli, finally he's back in form, and those cheesy captions about Virat Kohli, and then he throws off his wicket or next something.
Yeah.
But probably Root's wicket is a massive blow for England and a massive positive for us. Probably there were only 5-10 minutes left for the Stumps, and we got Root with an amazing delivery by Umesh Yadav. Yeah. And probably he would like it as the Gaba's win, man. Probably it's like Root falls down and the whole England team goes away with him. So it's just like David Malan right now. He scored some runs against us in the last Test match. So if we get him early tomorrow, and probably if you notice, we came out to bat in the overcast conditions. When England came out to bat, it was proper sunny conditions, and still we managed to get 3 wickets, including the captain, which is a massive wicket for us. So a good session for us at the end, and a pretty good, evenly balanced day, and looking forward for the day too.
Okay, hold that thought then, right there, because let's cross over to our guys. The Bharat Army boys are, of course, at the Oval. You probably saw them. I saw all of them. I saw everyone I know and more. It was like a little reunion via the TV screens. They were all there. They're out in force. It's just nice to hear the songs and the chanting and all the vibe as well. This is how they felt when the play just wrapped up a few minutes ago.
End of day 1 at Oval. It's an interesting day. I'd say it's a bit balanced. What do you think, Akshay?
Listen, we pulled it back big time. 191 on the ball, we thought it was not enough. But the way we bowled today, we came out with a bit of fire, took wickets, and most importantly, Umesh Yadav took the wicket of Joe Root. So we're well in this game. We're well in this game.
Jin, you kept saying to me we're going to get 4 wickets.
Yep.
We got Root instead. How do you feel?
Yeah, 2 wickets plus Root equals 5 in my opinion. Look, 127 for 7. We were dead and buried. Shardul Thakur came out with spirit, played with my favourite word, intent. You know, that changed the game slightly. 190 gave us a bit of hope. Jasprit Bumrah took 2 early wickets, and getting Root, what a bonus. Come on, India.
Jin, what's key for tomorrow? What's key for tomorrow morning?
Just keep taking the wickets. You know what? This bowling attack is brilliant. It will keep on taking wickets. I don't think we'll have a problem dismissing England. We need to get some runs on the board, third innings, and this game's ours.
Well, optimistic for tomorrow?
Yeah, kind of. It's all about taking those early wickets. Like Jin said, if we take those early wickets, then get some runs on the board. We can do this. We can do this as India.
Guys, there's a lot of positivity from India. Come on, India!
Amazing. You can feel the vibe, feel the energy. They've had a buzzing day. And of course, you're right. It's, as always with Test cricket, the whole day is full of so many emotions. And there's one point you think we're down and out, and then things can turn around. So things can turn around, things can go either way. I enjoy the conversations and how the things could play out. Let's just, before we get onto tomorrow's chat, can we just talk about Thakur a little bit more and really what he brought today? Because I can't imagine what it's like to be an athlete at that level, all those eyes on you from all around the planet. You know, you haven't been a part of the squad, and then you're brought in here on this 4th test, and you step up like that. I mean, Didi, what do you think is going on? What do you think is going on for the player, and what does this mean for our team?
About Shardul Thakur?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so, I mean, no, this is not the first time he's playing in the series. He played in the first test match as well, and So
Sorry,
basically the thing
it feels so long ago. That's all it feels so long ago.
Yeah, still exactly. Yeah. So the thing about Shardul Thakur is that he's that kind of he's an impact player in terms of a test match, which he has proved in the recent times. He proved that in Australia, didn't get a lot to play a lot in India, but again in the first test he got 2 wickets in the first innings, 2 wickets in the second innings, and he got the wicket of Joe Root. I mean that was a crucial wicket. So he's a player who can come in if you need wickets, and he can take those prize wickets for you. The wicket of Joe Root, which Umesh Yadav got today. So I mean he didn't do well with the bat in the first test match, but again he took 4 wickets in 2 innings, and again coming in today when you need him the most. For example. I mean, nobody would have expected that Shardul Thakur, he would bat, he would provide some cushion to the tail-enders, provide some 30-40 runs partnership, but he himself comes up and scores a fastest 50. And I don't know if you know, but this is the fastest test 50 ever in England. Not just by not in the series, not by an Indian, ever. So the kind of innings which he played today, it proved that this guy, if we groom this player well, if he's there for a longer period of time for the Indian team, I mean Hardik Pandya has not been able to cement his squad yet. There are talks about Shardul Thakur, that is Shardul Thakur a proper all-rounder or not. I'll still not call him a proper all-rounder, but still having a player who is your bowler, who can bowl, who can take wickets also, and can bat a bit and bat in different conditions. Like in Gaba, he had to stick around the whole day with Sundar, Washington Sundar, but today he knew the chips are down. He has one way, or it's like his way or the highway, and he knew that. And he was timing the ball well, also, right? I mean, as I mentioned before, the way he came in, it seemed that he is in a good nick. So even if and also he was dropped times. I mean, once something by Johnny Pester also. So luck was with him, and he knew that anything he's touching is turning out to be gold. So why not just go for it? And that eventually paid off.
Luck was with him, or is that the sign of an informed player who's just reading the balls right, reading the shot? This is why he was selected to come back in. Let's focus on tomorrow now. Final words on, and I know it's obvious to say we want to get the early wickets. How do we get the early wickets, Tanmay? What's going to happen in that opening session?
Maybe if there are overcast conditions, because then we can go all in all. Because now, if we see in sunny conditions, Bumrah picked first 2 wickets very early, and then the brilliant in swinger from Umesh Yadav. So yeah, probably continue with Bumrah, start with Bumrah, and then you can probably take a risk of Shardul Thakur coming in, because as Drupad mentioned, he has been in great form. Whenever he does well with batting, he is even better with his bowling. So you can try that too. Siraj hasn't picked a wicket today, but he was bowling good. So yeah, and he bowled well in the last match too. So yeah, we can go with Bumrah and Siraj opening, and then probably maybe Jadeja can come in at the later part of the day, depending on the foot marks and everything and the conditions, because there's bad light too sometimes in England. So we are probably forced to bowl with Jadeja at that moment. But yeah, we can go with Bumrah and Siraj for the beginning of the day tomorrow.
It's not just bad light in England. We have way more problems than that. It's bad everything. I mean, there's nothing. You can't rely on this weather at all. Kunal and Sadaka, would you agree with what Tanmay said? Anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, so mainly I'm not really worried about tomorrow's bowling. I think that's something our bowlers are doing really well, and Virat's captaincy, the field placement, aggression, everything is on point. The biggest concern is when we come to bat. Are we actually going to score big number? I mean, a big total. Because again, considering we bundle them down quickly, we have to bat a lot of time, not a lot of runs only, a lot of time as well. Because if we get out, if we score 200 and get out by the end of the day, there's no point because they've got another 2 days to win the entire test match. So we don't just have to score runs, we also have to stay on the crease. So a quick fire 200, 300 is also not that useful because we actually have to stand the ground. We actually have to stay on the crease because this is just day one, right? And we're already talking about this. Yeah. So tomorrow, if we score a lot of runs, day three we get out. They still have day 4 and 5 to chase down that total. So we have to stick on the crease. And I feel so. I mean, the bigger question should be, I mean, forget the bowlers. Bumrah, Umesh, Siraj, Jadeja, everyone's going to do their job very well. And English batsmen will be under pressure already with no Joe Root on the side. So brilliantly done by Indian bowlers tonight. I think today's poor performance was completely overshadowed by the last session. I mean, the way we bowled, it was really brilliant, and the wickets were a cherry on the cake. But then I feel the batting is a big concern. And again, it was interesting to see that Jadeja was pushed ahead. I think they kind of gave him space because earlier what used to happen is Jadeja batting with the tail enders, he didn't get that much freedom to score that many runs because he always had to take care, crease, strike bhi nahi deni unhe, and then he can't even run those, so he has to go for shots. But when he goes for shots, he loses wickets. A lot of pressure, but then he got a chance early. He didn't really make the most of it, but that's fine. I mean, he's just given one chance. So hopefully that order shift might work in the next session, in the next innings as well, and it will go in our favor.
Yeah. And when you said day one, I was like,
Yeah, I was like, when did this happen?
confirm
Yeah,
day one
Yeah.
is.
what happened today? Just call it day one. I think it's day one.
Yeah. It was a long day one, and pretty much ending even. Would you not say, DD? Right now, we're in a
Yeah.
fairly even kilt right now.
Yeah, fairly even. When you say that, it's legit fairly even because right now, see what India has to do tomorrow. Come, we have got three. The silver lining is that we have got 3 wickets today, and including the prize wicket of Joe Root. And we know that England's batting is weak without Joe Root because you never know. And if you see in the first innings of when India was batting, the first session when India was batting, India ended the first session at 54 for 3, and England is at 53 for 3 right now. So they have the map ready in front of them. We have got the prize wicket of Joe Root, and we have to capitalize on this from going from here on. And obviously, we don't want someone like Shardul Thakur to come in from England's side, Johnny Bairstow or someone like that to go away with the
Yeah.
innings. So yeah, the map is exactly the footprint is ready. India has to do exactly the same thing which England has done, and also the wicket of Joe Root. If we talk about the way he got out, in before he was batting at a strike rate of 95 to 100 when he was batting, and a lot of balls were pitched back to him. So a lot of runs were given from the back foot. So the scoring opportunity was easy for him. As soon as the ball was pitched ahead, he got bowled. I mean, when Umesh Yadav. So, and even in the middle part, a lot of short stuff was used, and I didn't understand why a lot of short balls are being bowled. Even Shardul Thakur was bowling a lot of short balls, and those were giving runs to the England team. But and Joe Root, if you see, he's a good player of the back foot, even while he's playing a spin or even while he's playing the pitches. But eventually, when the ball was pitched up, he had to play on the front foot. He missed the ball completely, and that luckily hit the top of the middle stump. So yes, I mean, it's. I don't think there's a point of talking about what we have to do tomorrow. It's kind of a no-brainer. We have to get them all out before they take any lead, or eventually, if we can get some sort of lead for 20, 10 runs, even that would be great. So and so eventually, yeah, we don't know when the ball will start spinning after the second or third day. We'll have to wait and see that. But the pacers which we have, Siraj, Bumrah was in top form. The way he bowled, it's like Bumrah was the bowler who's containing the runs. He got 2 early wickets, and Thakur and Umesh were bowling a weird line, and then they were leaking runs from their end. So Bumrah is in form. Coming in, Siraj can come in, and if Umesh can carry on he would have a lot of confidence because he does not play a lot of test matches, and he is playing an overseas test match. I don't know after how long. So a wicket of Joe Root would give him a confidence that he has got the main batsman out. So I mean, we have to keep our heads high from here. We know that we didn't start well, but eventually it turned out to be our day thanks to Shardul Thakur and beautiful bowling by our bowlers. So fingers crossed.
It's all looking good. Okay, you're right. We're all set for it. So is tomorrow morning, final word for you, Tanmay, is tomorrow morning going to be a little crumble and a collapse from England as they come out in the morning session? Or will it go down to the wire over the next few days? Will it be kind of neck and neck all the way?
I would go for the former. Every Indian fan would like the former thing to happen. But yeah, practically speaking, we'll not get a lead of more than 20-30 runs maximum, because they know also how to play in these conditions. It's their home ground, oval, and probably if it starts spinning at the end, then I would say Jadeja can do some magic or something. But they can add 100 runs for 7 wickets from here on. We can get a lead of 20-30 runs. But the thing is, the later part I am concerned about, because if they get going, it's very difficult to get them out. And probably what Drupad said, that someone like a Shardul Thakur doesn't come from their end. Maybe Johnny Bairstow can fire at the bottom when the ball isn't swinging that much and the conditions are in their favor. So I would hope for the former to happen, and I would hope that someone like a Bumrah continues his form and takes us through this England lineup very quickly.
Lovely, lovely stuff. It was a great day of cricket, people. Great day of cricket, the Oval. First day of the 4th test. It's a key one before Old Trafford, which is the next test. So the next few sessions we'll all be watching very, very closely. Join us tomorrow morning where we'll be talking. Well, I'd say we'll go and have some rest. Go let today settle in. You know, it's like you've done your revision, you've gone through all your notes. Tomorrow's the exam. We'll have a little refresher chat in the morning ahead of the day's play. So roll on tomorrow. Thank you, Varnata. Thank you, lovely Nitish, for your comments. Thank you, Dinesh. Thank you, Justy, and everybody else whose comments have gone down on my screen now. So thank you so much, and we'll catch you tomorrow on behalf of Bharat Army and Dafa News. I'll catch you guys later. Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.